Thanks, Coach. Well, both teams were hoping the rain would vacate the Green Bay area by kick, but alas, it's still falling pretty steadily in and around Lambeau Field. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Bravo.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
54 Mike. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Check 99. Check 99. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. For the 50. Hey, Haywood. 54.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he finds Jimmy Graham. 2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers fighting his tight end Graham. Packer first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Mike Hughes came crashing in that time, got the sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Check right 54. Over. Thing is a loss. We taking wins home.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. Equanimeous St. Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him, NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a second award in week 2 of the season.
On second down, Cook.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin. Playing college, I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Cousins. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Joshua Jackson there to knock that one away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
On second down now, it's Cook. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look close.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments. And
that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Check. Get 300. Get 300. SOS. Back. Quick the edge. Come.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Come on, D.
Here's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw on 3rd down. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A gain of 19 yards. That's another Packers 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Seven, our score after 1. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Hey, check 26. Shift. Greystone, travel. Shift. Slam. Hey, alert 3.
Now Jones. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They run. Cook. Blake Martinez, the NFC's leading tackler a year ago, in on the stop.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check the out. Check the out.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
One of my favorite safeties in the league is Harrison Smith. His ability to support in the run game, as we just saw there, that's key, but also can cover deep as well.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
Hey, come on, oh, come on, oh. Boxing, 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 boxing. Who's that? 54's Mike, 54's Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. It was third and medium. They popped the short pass, looking to pick up the first, accomplish that mission, and then they accomplished a lot more on that mission all the way for the score.
Let me focus in on one word you used, pop, right? They popped the short pass, and then what happened after that? They popped the big run. Because now, once he caught it, didn't have anyone else in the vicinity to bring him down, and he takes off, and he kept going. Nice gutsy call, even better execution.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On second down, it's Cook. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Wide, get wide. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. 48.
Third and short yardage, Cousins. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, first down and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week up. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on third and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. To throw is Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First down, here's the run with Cook. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And Cook has it, left side. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10.
Two. Gun. 50. Mike 50. Who that? Mike's 50.
To throw, Cousins. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it now. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And they're going to go with a jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Check, 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 check.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 20. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Meanwhile, here a run on 1st down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Check, Mike 42. Watch the run.
Only 2 there on the dump-off. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Davis now to return it. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now it's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
For the hunt! I'm coming after you! I'm coming after you!
They run it again with Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. Cousins. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Zadarius Smith coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing, so they'll go for it on 4th down.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Let's go, team.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Going deep for Diggs. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 22. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And getting this just shy of... Midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
14 yards. That's good for a Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Look at the 8. 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. And obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
Hey, defense, let's go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing is Rodgers. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 37-yard line.
Green 18. Check 55, Mike. Not here. Green 18.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going deep for Diggs. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Now Cook, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Cousins the thrower. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
We're good.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And complete right side to Cook. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point try by Bailey. It's up and good, and that'll make our score 31-14 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Yellow. Switch. Hey, Echo.
One last shot now for Cousins. Packer pressure, and down he goes. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And this one boiled down in the end, Charles, to simply too much Aaron Rodgers.
We've seen this many times before, haven't we? And I'm sure we'll see it again in the future. Extreme confidence in his abilities. Extreme confidence in his teammates. Never thinks a game is out of reach because his right arm can equalize anything a defense can put out there.
So for the Packers, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.